Hey you guys, I'm back with another video. For those who are new to my channel, my name is Gerby Norellis. You can follow me on Facebook, Gerby Norellis, and you can follow me on Instagram, G Norellis. This is a hair that I bought off of Amazon. It's called Good Deer. Well, it's from the Good Deer store. It's 5 packs, Goddess Locks crochet hair, 40-inch river lock braids hair with curly hair in the middle and ends, faux lock synthetic hair extension, 14-inch color 1B. Came with 5 packs. As you can see, I'm counting 5 packs. Yeah, and 5 packs did my whole entire head, no problem. And it came with a crochet needle, some rubber band stuff, yeah, in a bag. The one thing I was confused is it came with 2 white girls in the front with braids, but I'm like, hey, that's their store, their business. And it also came with some instructions in the back on how to braid the back of your head. Yeah, this is me trying to figure out what this is, but yeah. So my hair is a hot mess. I washed it and I blow dried it, and as you can see on the side of my head, I have some hair loss. They call it traction alopecia, I think that's what they call it, but I've had it since I was 12 years old and I have not been able to grow in it. I've put oil. I don't strain the side of my hair, like I don't pull it, I don't put extensions on it. It just refused to grow. It's been like that since I've been a little girl. My mom always tried to figure out how to fix it. No oil, no needle, no steroid cream will make it grow back. Well, mine's. I've seen some people able to grow theirs, but I feel like because I'm older, maybe I'm not able to grow. But hey, if you know somebody who has some type of product that can help me grow my ends, like everywhere else in my hair grows perfectly fine. It's just those 2 sides. And also, I also have like really bad dandruff, where to the point where it's like, you know how when you see those YouTube videos where people are flaking and flaking, really, I think it's called, I forgot the word for it. I think it's called psoriasis, because I get the flakes in my face, I get it on my head, I get it on my back, and I also get on the forehead on my head. But that's another story. Yeah, so what I do is I put my hair into 3 parts, 2 in the front, 1 in the back. I also add my Haitian oil, Haitian castor oil. I mix it in with some olive oil, pomade. I think that's what they call it, pomade, yeah. Mix it together, put a little bit on my part and some on the hair. I'm gonna put some at the end, but I put some on the side. I've been dealing with this hair loss for years. I've always been able to maintain and cover it, but it's just something that just does not want to grow. That area refuses to grow. I don't, like I said, I don't put no hair on it. I don't pull it. I don't just leave it alone to braid no matter what style I do, but it just refuses to grow. So I'm just gonna braid it to the side, and yeah, and I braid my hair into, I think, 6 on each side, so I have 12 braids in total. I always do that. It works for me. Most of my clients, I'll do it it depends on the style you do. If you're gonna do curly crochet, I advise you to do the front braids smaller. That way it doesn't look so big. But if you're gonna do twists and stuff, you don't have to make the braids too big, but at least make them medium size so they won't stack up on top of each other, so the hair won't be so thick. So you won't have to add more to the top. You get what I mean? Like more crochet braids to the top. So with curly hair, of course, you want to separate it small. So you want small braids. With crochet faux locks, crochet box braids, make the braids a little bigger. That way you don't have to add a whole bunch of braids to your head. Because if you have 2 small rows, then that's 2 small rows could have been 1 braid together, and you wouldn't have to double, put 5 crochet in one spot, and now you can only put, you only can put 5 instead of 10 until you get what I mean. That way you'll have enough. Because some people overdo it and put 12 packs of hair in their head because they did their braids way too small. Okay, so now I'm just gonna go to finish the other side. As you can see, I put 6 braids on that side, and I'm gonna start and do the braids on this side. I'm gonna repeat and do the same thing. And you know, I kind of do it slanted, that way the hair can fall slanted down my head instead of going straight back. And also because of the lack of hair on the sides, I kind of have to do it slanted in order for it to fall, so it can be able to cover that part. I mean, I don't mind putting my hair up in a ponytail sometimes. I do try. You know, I'll get like the little black hair dye and also slick some edge control and just slick it up. But most of the time I just leave my hair down in a ponytail or just let it lay down. But yeah, as you can see, I don't mess with my edges. I always pull them out. I don't braid it or anything. I just braid the hair that's over 1 inch. That's the hair I braid, my regular hair. I don't braid my edges. But like I said, the hair refuses to grow. It's been like that since I was a kid. I don't put strain in my hair. I don't braid my hair tight. It's just that part refuses to grow. It stays bald. I've shaved it. I've done everything with it that you can do. I've been to doctors about it, and there's no, like I said, no cream, no lotion, no oil, no shot has been able to make that part grow. So I'm 31 years old, so I've just accepted that this is how my hair is gonna be for a long time. But like I said, if anybody has any type of products, maybe I can try and buy and see if it works out. Okay, so now that I've finished the braids in the front, what I'm going to do is connect 2 braids together and make like a braid going down to the side and across. And then I'm going to do the same thing, repeat on the other side. Do the same thing. I'm going to part to the side going down and going across. I'm going to show you exactly how I did it. And you can see, I'm just checking to make sure the braid is straight. It's not going to be perfect because, you know, I'm doing my own hair. When I do my clients, the braids are perfect. But me, I'm tired. When you got to lift your arm up for that long, your lines are not going to be perfect. Ain't nobody going to see the back of my head, so I ain't tripping. But yeah, so yeah, braids down to the side. And then I'm going to grab the other little piece from the other side of the braid. I'm going to grab that small piece, add it to my hair, and continue to braid to going, I guess, left. Yeah, grab that part. I'm not going to do it with all the braids. I just do it with the first 2 braids on each side. That's how I always do it mine. And I also do it that way with my clients, but of course neater. Braid all the way to the end, and now I'm going to start doing the other braids that's in the front going down, but I'm just going to connect them to each other. I'm not going to show you exactly how I do it because that will require me to turn around and do all that, but you'll see how I just take a braid and I guess I'm going to crisscross each 2 braids together, and I'm going to braid going down. So I'm going to part, and I'm going to grab the braid not from that exact row, but from the opposite row of the front, connected to that one, and braid down. I'm trying to make it perfect, but I know if my braid's not gonna turn out perfect. Yeah. So yeah, I grab the braid from the other one and I start braiding it down. I'm trying to make sure my my braid is good. It's a little chunky, but it's whatever. It's the back. Ain't nobody gonna see the back. That's cute. I got this. My arms are tired. Like, I'm wearing my pajama set that I bought from Walmart. I literally just woke up and said, let me do my hair. Because I've been like, it's been a week of me having this hair. And I'm like, I'm going to do my hair. I'm going to do my hair. But I haven't had time because I've had so many clients. And my husband looked at me this morning. He was like, babe, you got to do something with this. And I'm like, okay, let me do something. Because it's been in a ponytail or a bonnet. And that ain't cute. So yeah, so I just crisscross the 2 braids in the front and braid back, and I'm going to, sometime you're going to see me grab the other braid. See, I just grabbed it and I'm going to add it to the other braid and continue to braid down. And I'm going to do that with every single braid. Crisscross the braids in the front and then braid back, grab that braid, start another one, grab that braid, do another one. Of course, like I said, it's not going to turn out perfect. It's going to be a little chunky. My hair is blown out, so it's not going to be too poofy. It's going to be flat enough. And yeah. So I'm down to the last 2 braids. So I guess the 2 braids prior, what I did is I just braided that end, and then the last 2 braids I'm just going to do 1 braid connected together. I think I was trying to separate it and do 2 braids together and do the crisscross, but it wasn't like enough hair left, and I was like, this is a waste. So let me just, I was tired. This is the hardest part of doing crochet, whether you're doing it on your hair or the client. This is the part that takes the longest. So I just did 1 braid going down instead of doing crisscross, connected it, and done. So now I got 2 braids hanging out at the end. Now I'm gonna take both of the braids from both ends of the the braid and tuck them in the back with the crochet needle or with my hand, whichever one I decide to do. Yep. Trying to see it. See what you see? 2 braids left. Everybody's connected except for those last 2 braids. And I'm just gonna tuck them in. Okay, so we're getting to the end. I'm almost done tucking in both of the braids in. Most of the time I could just tuck it in with my finger, or you can use a crochet needle. So you just tuck it in going across, and just me checking. So this is what it looks like. It's flat enough. It doesn't have to be perfect. Ain't nobody gonna see the back. I'm gonna oil in between my scalp. Moisturize. It's always good to grease your hair before you put it in the braids. Don't do it last, because then you're gonna get a bunch of oil all over the braids after you're done, like the crochet hair, and you don't want shiny, greasy crochet hair. So do it, before that. Or you can buy one of those little bottles with the little pointy nozzle on the top. Yep, I'm greasing my scalp. I grease my edges, grease the sides. We're about to start crocheting in the hair. This is the easy part. Yay, let's get started. With the pack, I'm gonna cut it, and I'm gonna start installing it. Look how pretty it is. Like the twist, they put like 2 little curly strands in it. It's really cool. So I just put the needle down, pick it up, put the latch down, and then put it through the loop, and that's it. In the bottom of your hair, it's best for you to add less strands of crochet hair in the bottom. That one little tiny row can take 2 strands. Don't try to fit like 5-6 strands in one little row, because then by the time you get to the top, you've limited the amount of crochet you have left. It's best to make the bottom less thicker. As you go up, you can add more crochet strands to the row. It's not necessary for you to put, a whole bunch of crochet strands right next to each other on the bottom row when you're doing like twists. When it's curly hair, you can do that. You can put them close to each other, because of course it's curly hair. You want it to be thin and you want it to be close. But with crochet braids, with like twists, faux locks, or dreads, you don't have to do them really close in the bottom, because you don't want it to look bulky in the front. You want it to look like you have natural twists, or at least box braids in your hair. So I'm gonna repeat the same thing all over my head. Put 2 strands on each row, and then as I get to the upper rows, I'm gonna add 4 strands, or 3 strands, then 4 strands, then 5 strands, then 7 strands. As you get to the top, you add more strands, but when you're in the bottom, you add less. Voice kind of feeling froggy, a little tired. My son's gonna come in the room and bother me. The dog, she's in there the whole time. Angel's right there on my feet, just watching me do everything. She's like my little mini stalker. She's like a mama's girl. She's obsessed with me. I love my little puppy. Yeah, so like I said, put the crochet down through the braid, pick it up through the latch, put it through the loop, and tuck it. I mean, like pull it so it can be as tight as you need it to be. Do the same thing over and over again. And I tell parents all the time, crochet, if you want to do it, the easiest one is crochet box braids or crochet twists. You can do it on your kids. You know, I be telling parents, you don't gotta pay me to do your kids' hair. If you can do 10 strands of braids going back and you get a needle, you just put it through the hole and, you know, tight, and that's it. It's really simple, moms. You ain't gotta pay somebody $50 to $100 to do this. You can do this on your own. It's very simple. Crochet is not that difficult. The one that's more difficult, of course, is crochet, you know, curly crochet, because you have to do a lot of knots. But crochet, box braids, and passion twist, very, very easy, people. All you need is if you know how to do 10 cornrows, you can do crochet, literally. Well, crochet, box braids, and, you know, twists and stuff. I'm dancing because I'm listening to music. I finally put some music on. Got tired of listening to myself breathe. So you're going to see me moving my mouth, jamming, bopping a little bit, just having some fun so I won't be so bored with my dog bothering me. So you can see one pack did I think that's my left side on the camera. So now I'm opening the second pack to do the other side, and I think I'm gonna add a couple of strands from the third pack in the middle part of the front, and then the last two in the back. That's usually how I do crochet. I mostly put 3 packs minimum in the front and 2 packs in the back because you don't want it to be bulky. I think having a 6 packs would have made it just a little much bigger, and I wouldn't have to space it as much, but it still did the job. I was still able to cover up everything and still make it nice. So 5 packs did the whole job. They did a good job. But yeah, when you do crochet, try to do only like less packs in the front. I'm not talking about 2, but at least 3, you know, in the front and 2 in the back, or at least 2 in the front and 3 in the back. You need the back more fuller because you need to cover up your braids in the back more. The front, you don't need to make it too big because nobody wants all that hair falling in their face. So I finished the front and I'm about to do the back. Yeah, so I just literally free ball in the back. What I do is I just feel it and I put them about like a thumb space from each other. So I just, you know, put my thumb or my finger in between each braid and I put them about a thumb space from another. I don't put too much in the bottom too, because I don't really put my hair up in a ponytail. But if you are the type of person to put their hair up in a ponytail, it's best to put more braids on the last 2 braids in the bottom. That way when you put it up, you're able to cover whatever braid or part is in the back, so nobody will be able to see it. So I'm just free balling, and like I said, I space out with my thumb. Okay, so we're done. Now I'm just feeling it to make sure that every area has some braids. If I have to take some from underneath, move around to cover in the back. As you can see, the back is fully covered. That's my bottom rows. As you can see, everybody got braids. I wish I did put a little bit more in the back to fully cover underneath, but like I said, I don't put my hair up in a ponytail, so I don't have to worry about anything. Just feeling it, touching it. It's hot as hell in that bathroom, y'all. If you can see a couple of times I'm like winded and I'm, you know, trying to fan myself. It's hot as hell. I got the fan on in my room. My husband be so cheap in the morning. He don't believe in putting the AC on in the morning. It's like as soon as it hits like 2-3 o'clock, that's when he'll put the AC. Still jamming to some music, just partying in different locations to see what direction I want to go. But I'm hot in this hair and I don't like being hot, so I'm taking some edge control. I'm gonna lay my edges before I go, because I said I was gonna run, do some errands, and also go to the beauty supply store and also go get my eyebrows done. So I said, let me lay my edges before I go out. Sometimes I will add some black stuff to, you know, make the edges darker, but this time I just put some edge control and that's it, and swooped it and put something to flatten it and leave it on for like an hour. I go take a shower, do whatever I need to do, and it turns out cute. And this edge control is kind of good. You know, most edge control leave a little white residue. This one, it doesn't leave that much, so I like it more than the other brands. So you see me trying to do what I can do with my little baby hairs. It's not much, but it gets the deed done. And I'm not ashamed to show what I got going on. You know, don't be afraid to express yourself and show what you got. You know, if somebody wants to laugh at me or make fun of me, that's you. I'm 31 years old. I'm married. I have a child. I have a great business. I'm making money. I'm not worried about what other people got going on with their hair or with their body. So I'm good. And if anybody got anything they can say, you can kiss my, you know what. I'm happy. And any woman that's going through problems with hair loss, you're beautiful. Don't worry about it. Don't hide it. And if you do hide it, you know, flaunt it. You know, just be you. Don't worry about other people. You're beautiful, whether you're bald-headed or you got a bunch of hair. And black women, what's great about us, we're so, you know, we know what to do. We can do anything. We know how to express ourselves through our hair, through our music, through our clothes. And we could turn a little tiny strand of hair into a whole new style. So I'm just grateful God gave me the skill, and I'm so grateful that my husband still loves me even with what I got going on. You know, nobody's born perfect and nobody has everything perfect. Yeah, I'm just laying my edges, as you can see, thinking I'm cute. I've had this toothbrush for like a good 2 months. I go through toothbrushes like every couple of months. I have to buy a new one because, you know, it gets gunky and stuff. It's a dog toothbrush. I ain't gonna die. So I just take this little thing that I have, I wrap it around. It's made from cotton. Wrap it around, tie a knot, and just leave it in there for like a good 30 to an hour. And my edges are flat. And then I take my silk bonnet, tuck all my hair inside of there because it's hot as hell, and I cover it up and I go do what I need to do and take a shower. So these are the end results. I ended up getting my eyebrows done and came back and recorded in the car so I can show you what it looks like. And hopefully everything turns out fine. I'll do a review in a week to see how it holds up. And yeah, thanks for watching my video. If you like it, click the like button and subscribe to my channel. Bye.